Yeah. Okay, call the meeting to order. It's 10 o'clock. This is Listers, April 13th at 10 o'clock. First order of business is board reorganization. Need to elect a chair. Would you like to be a chair, Jim?
I would not.
Will you be chair again?
Sure, I'll be chair.
I nominate Kathy Fink to be chair of the Lister Board.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay, review list of responsibility.
So this is just our annual self-assessment, making sure we're doing everything we need to do. And who's doing it?
Track active and sold listings. I thought I'd give you a little
Oh, look at that.
bird's eye view. These are the first 2 pages, because it goes over on the second page. The first 2 pages are all the properties that have sold. I keep a folder on the computer of everything that's for sale, which is on the landscape version in the back, the third page.
So this is for sale and these are sold.
These are for sale and these are what have
Gotcha.
sold in the last year. And I figure I will start a new list. But it's kind of interesting to look at what the prices were. I change in the for sale list. If they go down in price or the price changes, I change it in the file name so that we can kind of see what things are going for and what they sold. Once it sells, I take it off the for sale list and put it on the sold list. So
So these are not like trust things. These are actual sales from one party to another.
yep,
That were on the real estate. Oh,
And the
gotcha.
two are sales. These two
there's
are-
2 pages, but the second page, it's because
Yeah, there's
there's an
There's an
overlap, because I
overlap.
did a snip.
Yeah, yeah.
There's probably a simpler way to do that. I don't know how you- I thought you could do a print screen of your whole list, but,
825.
so after 825, then that's
Yep,
the rest.
That's where it starts, so. yeah.
So it's not.
Hmm.
a
There's more
huge-
than I thought, though.
Yeah, it is.
Consider we don't really have a lot of properties for sale.
Well, and we don't have a lot of properties for sale, if you look at the for sale list.
This is the for sale
Yeah.
here,
And that's from Realtor.com now. I may be missing a few, if there's, there's, for sale by owner and that kind of thing.
yeah.
I
What does
should,
KB stand for?
This
that's
one's sold.
thousands, so it sold for 997,000. Or it sold for 2.289 million. When all-
1091 US Route 2. Oh, 289.
Oh, 289,
Yeah.
yep. It's Route 2, yeah,
Yep.
289. We did have a sale over a million.
1.188, 283 North End Road East.
Is that the,
1.249 million, 316 farmhouse. 1.35, 189. 1.5, 73 Hubbard Point.
and maybe
So
that's
we
why,
got property selling for $3 or $4 million.
well, million,
Million.
Well, it says 215 Lakeview Drive,
215 didn't sell for over a million.
3806, 3 million.
215 Lakeview Drive sold for 535,000.
Yeah, I figured that, but wow, so what's the figure on the right? 3806 KB.
386,000?
Where's that?
Yeah, where are you seeing that?
Oh,
Oh,
that's how much memory it takes for
yeah,
the file.
Oh,
In some cases, I was able to bring the whole file in from the real estate listing, which is kind of fun because you can see all the rooms and that kind of thing. I would like to get a little bit better at being able to do that.
yeah, okay, yeah, 535 is right after, all right, and the thing on the
Yeah.
right is just,
That's how much memory.
that's
it
the,
takes,
yeah, the size of the file.
Size of the file. if I was able to bring in the whole listing, which is what I really wanna do, because you gotta be quick. Once they sell, they don't keep the listing anymore and you can't see all the rooms and
Yeah.
all that. So is Hibbert Point on there?
It is 173 Hibbert Point.
I'm not sure I made any distinction. If it's showing as for sale. Would it show for sale if it's from, like a trust? So I may not have them all
No, if it was, oh, from a trust, yes, it would show on the realtor.
on the Realtor listing.
Yes,
Okay.
mhm.
If it shows on the Realtor listing, then
That's what these are from,
that's what
yeah.
these are from.
So you wouldn't necessarily get anything that would maybe be a private sale.
Right.
Huh, interesting.
Which I could get from a PTTR, right?
Yep,
I have to think about how to
you'd have to cross match them.
catch that.
Everything that
yeah.
came in from a PTTR, whether it's a, you know, you have to figure out if it's life estate or a
Right,
transfer to a trust,
Yeah,
or if it's a true sale, arm's length sale.
we still communicate with the Dorwalls, and so we told them, you know, that, 215 Lakeview was for sale for 489, and he says, oh, they'll never get that. Well, they didn't. They
yeah, I
got a lot
know,
more.
they got more.
That's on like 0.18 acres.
Yeah,
I
it's a small
know.
lot,
It's
yeah.
not a lot at all. I was really surprised at the acreage.
Yeah.
And
I'm
the,
surprised at the price.
Yeah, sometimes they go down and they'll show, like some of these have gone down. And they're
Hmm.
still for sale. Some of these have been for sale for a while.
Yeah, this one has.
Yeah. And the one on Holiday Point's
They
been,
points been, that one. It's
that's been
for
for
sale a
sale,
couple times.
and that's gone
drawn
down.
a lot. It started out over 1 million.
Yeah. And this one, I think they may have raised the price, but I gotta look at it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I keep track. So that's the first thing on the list, track active and sold listings.
So Kathy is doing that. Okay. Identify unique properties, neighborhoods, influences. And I think we're all doing that, but
Yeah. And we're also taking pictures of Lake Shore now. just- But that'll come up during reappraisal.
Yep.
So probably both on that one. Grand list camera sketching. My VTAC V piles, Lisa. And backups. It's Lisa, right? I did get a message.
backup, yeah, I'm doing that.
I did get a message that I have two accounts for
Oh, for VT
VT
Pi,
Pi, so I'll
Yep.
have to have you show me what to do to
Yep.
get out of that.
okay. Yeah, I'm logging in to VT Pi EQs and VTEX.
Yep,
Upload Cam to VT Pi, I'm doing that. Property transfers and changes as of April 1st. Process transfers using that, I'm doing all of that. Review inspection lists and schedule visits with property owners. We're both doing that.
yep, both.
Conduct site inspections, so we're both doing that. Camera and attach photos, we're both doing that.
Yep,
Update sketch or structures, I'm doing that. Enter data into the grand list. Yep, I'm doing that. Maintain list of tax map changes for updates. Kathy's
I'm doing
doing that.
and we're all up to date on
Yeah.
tax map changes. We have about, what, 4 or 5 more properties to process for this
Yeah,
year.
before April 1st,
there'll
yep,
be,
yep,
change of appraisal notices.
yep, we'll both be doing that.
uh,
Exemptions,
And special properties in Vermont Pie.
yep, I'm doing that.
Yep,
Such
Statutory and
dates
voting.
values, yep, that hasn't changed, but we're doing that. Current use exemption and allocations in conjunction with current use, yep, I'm doing that. Veterans exemptions, I'm doing that. Special properties, solar, wind, cell, convenient, restricted, and yeah, we don't have a lot of
That's
that, but
NA.
Yeah.
really.
annual utility inventories, I'm doing that. Commercial property valuation if applicable.
Do we have, well, we do, right?
So that's where we would call that service. They have the commercial. The guy
That does that?
that does that, you can call and get his help. Personal property valuation, that's not, we don't do personal property.
Mhm. That's MA.
Weekly homestead, monthly tax credit reports, I'm doing that. Review homestead declarations in BT Pi, I'm doing that. Review all reports for information accuracy, I'm doing that. Amend CAMA to reflect business, I'm doing that. Send listers response to any questionable filing, I'm doing that. Oh. Issue listers certificate of house site value upon request, I'm doing that. Review, download property tax credit files. I am doing that as treasurer.
As treasurer?
Yep,
So we should put,
as
As
treasurer,
treasurer.
yep. Current use withdrawals, yes, I'm doing that. Maintain inspection list for properties needing visits. Yep, we're both doing that.
Yeah.
Maintain audit property categories, highest and better. What is that? Maintain and audit property
property
categories.
categories, highest and best use,
I think we're doing that as they come
as
up.
we come up.
Yep.
Errors and omissions, that's you.
As they occur, yep. Amend assessment and send notice of change of appraisal, yep, we are doing that. Schedule submission of grand list, yep, we're doing that. Assessment and current use grievances, BCA or state.
Grievance of assessment and current use allocations, we both do that.
Yep.
Actually, all three of us do
Yeah,
that.
all of us do that. Post warnings, we do that. Research and compile comparable sales and evidence. We do that. Hear testimony, do that. Revise assessments following site visits. We will do that. Generate industry decisions according to statute. We will do that.
How are towns doing this without? Without us, man, how do this?
Without, oh, I know, with a, yeah,
They don't have an assessor, really, do they? Or do they? No?
no, it's just the two of them.
Oof.
Yeah, Chris.
Research and compilable comparable sales and evidence.
That's in a grievance hearing, so we would all be doing that.
Yeah.
Rest opinion of fair market, we will be doing that. State hearing officer, yeah, I mean, that's,
We haven't had to. do
no, we
that,
haven't had to do that, but we would do it if we
Right.
had to.
Comparable sales, we'd all do that.
Um,
Yeah, much, right.
For public access and records requests, so we established ours
Yep,
and we have maintained public records.
yep,
We respond to requests. Vermont Department, we work with Benton very closely, so tax bill administration, that's all treasurer.
okay.
The listers, we don't do that as listers.
Download state payment property tax credits, is that?
Yep,
treasurer?
that's all treasurer, so all that under
two,
C,
three.
1, 2, and 3 are all part of the treasurer duties. In this town anyway, participate as a voting member of the Board of Abatement, I mean, we would
Yep.
all do that, yep. Submit certificate of no appeals pending, yep, we did that as a board. Attend trainings and conferences provided annually by, yep, we are all
Yep,
doing
we have
that.
to do that.
Issue sales verification letters, that is
We do that.
Kathy. Process sales validation in VT Pi,
Mhm.
I am doing that. Work with treasurer's office should memorize and schedule an in-person review. Yeah, we would do that. And we
Yeah, we all do.
we all do reviewed the annual results of the equalization. So I think we've
We're
covered
covered.
everything. We're doing it. We're doing it. I think unless you guys want to change Mondays 9 to 12 for our hours, seems to work.
Fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, okay. All right then.
Are there any, adjustments to the agenda?
No
No.
adjustments.
No comments from the public,
No.
minutes approval?
So our office hours are Monday, 9 to 12,
9 to
Yeah.
12, Monday 9 to 12,
which is in the middle of our meetings. That's-
once a month, once a month. Yeah, once a
And if
month.
somebody came in, we would talk. to
We
them.
could pause
Yeah.
the meeting and Well, does that work? Mondays,
Yeah.
the first Monday of the month at 10 o'clock, work for a meeting? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I spent all my money, I'm gonna be around for a while.
I could entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
We'll approve the minutes.
I second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And moving on, financial report. Okay, Apex Software,
Yep, so we've got the Apex software and the Nemrick Cameron Disaster Recovery Agreement invoices to be paid. So Apex for 260, it's our annual maintenance, software maintenance. And Nemrick is 879.01,
those are all budgeted.
all budgeted.
I'll move that we pay those two bills.
I second that.
Are these any discussion? Is this about the same as last year?
Yeah, they're the same as last year. Yep.
Okay, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Say nay. Budget status. We're getting down to the end of the,
So we are, as of March or April 1st, March 31st, we're 3/4 of the way through the year, and we are just about 3/4 of the way through our budget. So we are right on track.
okay.
Yeah,
Looks
I
good to me.
don't see any, there was, one of the lines, I think the supply line was way over, or was over.
Supplies, yeah.
Yeah, that was the envelopes and then the filing cabinets, and I moved the filing cabinets to the reappraisal fund because
Oh.
we bought them because of the reappraisal, so I made that adjustment.
Okay,
And
we're doing okay on printing and mileage and,
yeah, well, printing and copying, that's an adjustment I make at the end of the year. That'll be
that'll get
250,
100.
but yeah,
Yeah.
but
And
everything else,
telephone looks like
looks
we're on
good.
track. That's good.
Yep.
Computer software, how come we're so far under budget on that? We didn't,
Well, one of them's these two bills
Oh,
will go
okay.
under there.
so that'll take
Yep.
care of some of that. yeah.
Yep. And those two bills are not on this yet.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions? Jim?
Nope.
Okay, capital improvement plan update, townwide reappraisal.
So the information from the Capital Improvement Plan Committee went out for their annual request for any projects, and we have the townwide reappraisal in, so, I mean, nothing really changed. So I just wanted you to see it and review it,
They're zipping right along with those buildings up there.
and yes, they are.
Shoot, I didn't, oh.
Take
you
a
have
picture?
Nah.
Yeah, I'll find some pictures.
Okay. I just
Somebody's
need
got
a-
pictures.
I need a bare ground picture, really.
Yeah. So if this is, no, I mean, there's really nothing has changed since we signed the contract, so.
And we've got, this means we think it's gonna be 90,000 for the reappraisal.
So it's 156.5 is what the contract, so but I split it between 2 years, because we're gonna start in
Right.
fiscal year 2027. He said probably around March. So I'm guessing I just split it half.
How much have we got in the till toward the reappraisal?
Good question.
Cause we've been putting,
Yep, and now we're putting 25,000 starting next year, so there's plenty of money in there.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we had,
Yeah, I can get that for the next meeting.
okay,
So the new values won't be on the tax bill till
2028.
August of 2028.
Right. It's finalized in June of 2028, and then the tax bills that go out in July of 2028 will have the new values. And I've already got people asking, people know, like I had just, I don't even know who this person is, came in and was really concerned that knowing the reappraisal was coming up and the CLA adjustment on the tax bill. So with he knew enough that the value was gonna go up. And then there's gonna be that adjustment was gonna be like, I'm never gonna be able to afford my tax. So I explained to him about the CLA would drop back down to
Yeah.
100%. And so word's out there that we're gonna be reappraised.
Yeah,
You know, the last value on the houses is 2014, 14 years.
yeah,
And a lot's happened just in the last 6 years.
Just in the last few, between
Yeah.
COVID and the last few years, it's
Yeah,
staggering.
well, and when you look at, the prices that places have sold,
Yeah, yeah.
it is just about twice what they're set back. A lot of them.
You said
Yeah.
it's about 50.52 or something like
Yeah.
that, so expect everything to pretty much double.
double.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's.
Yep.
We don't know how it's all gonna sugar off the legislature and everything, so,
Yep.
yeah.
So I'll get the balance sheet for the next meeting, have that.
So what's this, a Lister training schedule, is that what this is?
That's, yes. Yeah, and that's the, I can bring it up on the. Maybe that's what I'll do.
So I keep watching for the anti-bias training that we didn't.
So, and I'll ask, Benton about that one too.
Because they, you know, they just keep saying we're working on it and. And then there's one in August that we have to take.
Something, let's see, about, telecommunications, something or other
Oh.
tomorrow.
Which I
On the
don't think,
15th, so, yeah, telecommunication valuations for 2026 is on the 15th, so I will plan on taking that one, that's. I think, so we only have one communication tower down off US Route 2, and I've already talked to Benton about it, so, he said we were all set, but
I thought that, my memory was, you know, the state says this is what it's worth and like it or lump it. I didn't even think we tried to figure out how to value it.
right, but they have a new process now that they're doing.
Mhm.
But I think it's still, as far as we're concerned, I think they still tell us what it's worth and. Yep.
right,
So,
So that's coming up this week. Then we have change of appraisal and grievance training next week. On Tuesday, that I'll be doing. So the open meeting law basics, they went with VLCTs and it was on 318.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, there is one, Northwest Regional Planning does one at
Okay,
the end of April. And I'll get that,
so you do.
Because we have to take a-
You're doing that here tomorrow? Not, I mean, Wednesday?
yes,
What time?
I don't know what time it is. I'll have to find out what time it is. I have another training at 10 o'clock.
Well, I'm gonna see you tomorrow at 10, right?
Yes, tomorrow at 10, we're on for that. Yes. So yeah, I'll look that up and, there's an email about it. I'll find out when that is. And then we have the change of appraisal and grievance. We've done open meeting law, so.
that's 421. I think it wouldn't be bad for us, because I have a feeling we better get trained up on.
Yeah, for
Change of
grievance.
appraisal. and-
So, well, grievance training, you know what, and Corinne and I have already talked about it, that we're gonna have VLCT come and do a training specifically for everyone here. The year of the appraisal.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So, so that will include the BCA, you know, the select board, the justice of the peace, everybody who's going to be involved in those grievance hearings. We're gonna have a training for everybody, specifically for us
Oh,
from
that-
VLCT. We can
That
pay
would
for
be
that. So
great.
she and I have already talked about that, so we are gonna do that. So your course 100 is in August. They haven't determined
They
that
haven't
yet.
given us a date yet.
Yeah. And
We did the sales.
The sales, we've
equalization
done
study.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
We've got real estate law with Jim Knapp in July.
I did that one. I could probably use it.
Jim, I think you're gonna need that one.
Real estate law?
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Current use, we did that one.
I'll have a date on that, no?
The what? No, it just says
The-
July.
Yeah.
And then-
TBD.
The lister, the new in season lister training in person is gonna be in August. And then Jim, you did day 2 of the
Yeah, I didn't do
one,
day one.
the other one.
Is that a required one? It has a star after it, so it must be,
It is a required one, yep.
because I did that one last year
Yeah, you have your certificate.
and we did current use.
And then the rest are for the VPA too, so.
So the utility valuation is not one that.
It's not required, it's a recommended.
Yeah.
So the anti-bias one is the one we really need to figure out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they have not, I keep watching for it. I have not seen
No, it just says self-study online, but I haven't seen any new instructions for
it.
it, so. Yep.
Okay, let's see. Status of work, map changes and corrections, up to date on those. Had one return where person moved and we weren't able to deliver the survey, but the map changes, oh, yeah. When we finish these last 4, we'll be ready to finalize the maps
Maps, yep.
for the twenty
Yeah,
twenty-six.
nice job.
Yeah, so that'll be good.
Yep, she did a lot of work on that this
Oh
year.
my God, we were so far behind
Yeah,
last year. It
yeah,
was
we
all-
were.
It was September, I think.
It was, yeah, but
And even with that, you really don't finalize until after. You have to wait to see if there's any appeals, or do you?
I don't,
Not the maps.
because it wouldn't change value. The map should be able to be finalized.
Okay. Sales verification letters, well, I'm up to date on those. Building permits,
Yep, they're all logged. So that there were just a few that came in, the last week of March, but nothing that's gonna affect the April 1st deadline, so.
picture upload, I am starting to, work on the shoreline pictures. Just to update them. There's been a lot of pretty awesome looking walls that have gone up. Yeah. Yeah, but they're not part of your assessment, but I wonder if that may change
Yeah.
in the reappraisal.
Yep.
Cause I mean, these are not gonna move
Mhm.
stone structures. PTTR entries,
Yeah, we had what, 3 or 4
3 or 4 that are
left
left
to do
to do for the whole
for the April 1st
April
cutoff.
first cutoff, and then we're,
Yep, and then those are up to date.
yep. Anything other?
I don't think other, no.
Okay. Assessor report.
Yep, so training update, we went through site inspections, and we are in good shape on site inspections. We
Yeah.
probably have a handful left to do here on the mainland. We have a couple of interior inspections we need to finish. Have another one at 11 o'clock today. Yeah, we have probably less than 10, I
Yeah.
would think, and then we have the islands to do.
We gotta do, and there's about 4 or 5 on Butler Island, and
There's-
we've
yep.
gotta do Danius Island.
Yep,
So
yeah, we're in good shape for site inspections.
maybe should I call Walt and see when he thinks it might be safe to go out to Butler Island?
A little rough today out
It's a little rough
Oh, cool,
today,
on a day
wow.
like this,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're not. Yeah, see, I don't even know if he's back yet. I mean,
oh,
just see.
because
when
the
he
other
comes
one
back.
is,
Would you be willing to do it, Holly?
Holly,
Yep,
but that would have to be a weekend until.
cause
uh,
she's
School
working.
gets out, cause she drives a bus.
Yep.
Do you wanna go?
Sure.
And Danielle's gonna go.
Oh,
She
good.
wants to go, yep. And Mondays work best for her.
Mondays?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do it on a
She
Monday?
said Monday or a Thursday, but I said, well, Mondays kind of work best here. so.
Yeah. Well, You think he's not back? Does he go to Florida?
Yeah, he spends this winter in Florida. I don't know if I haven't seen him. I haven't heard that he's back, but he could be. But you can call him in Florida and say, when you're gonna come back, when can we start thinking about doing this?
Well-
If he can do it, because if he can't, then we'll have to reach out to Holly and
And then it would have to be a weekend
Mhm.
because,
but
but,
that's fine.
yeah,
Yep.
okay.
All right.
Review assessment changes.
So there's a lot.
This is all the assessment changes?
So those are, yep, those are all of them. And that might be easier to go through than the other report.
Okay,
The other, I highlighted the differences since the last meeting. There's just been a lot of, obviously, changes with all the inspections.
yes, it's true.
So the reconciliation log is every change in value that we've made to the grand list, including parcels that have become inactive or made active. So, Dan Nelson out on Stronghouse Lane bought the property next to his, and so one was inactive, one was made active, one was, added to the other. Stephen Ludwig was Blockhouse Point, where he was selling his place and he wanted it changed to a dwelling because it had heat and insulation from a camp. Bogger, we went and counted, he wanted a bedroom and bathroom count correction and fixture count correction, so that was just an $800 difference. O'Neill bought the town
It's this
property.
one right here. Oh, Jim.
Oh, sorry, Jim.
Down to,
Number 5 and 6, O'Neill. He bought the town piece of property, the 1 acre piece of property next to him, so one became inactive, one became active, or it became inactive and added to the other. Bombard and Vianney did a boundary line adjustment. It was just a small little piece of land. And it's funny how it only dropped $500 off the one because they have a big piece of land and
added a bunch.
Vianney has a small piece of land with lakefront, so just that small piece added that much value to his property because it's a small piece. So how does she describe it? The eggs, when you buy one egg, it costs so much, and then when
Yeah.
you buy a dozen, they're that much cheaper. It's the same way with acreage. So, Miller, again, that was to update the bedrooms and the rooms and the fixture count. Schmalz they had 2 pieces of property that were combined, that they sold one, so one became active and subtracted from the other one, and then we made, we added town water. One of the parcels didn't have a water source, and we added that. Bergeron. What did we do with Bergeron?
The partial and active and contiguous. And
Oh, Bergeron sold, I think. This is out on North End Road East, and they sold one of their lots, so again. What did I do here? Bergeron,
added contiguous parcel and.
made
reduce
parcel
land.
inactive and contiguous. And added contiguous parcel. Reduce land value due to additional acreage being added to the parcel. So that again,
It's
it dropped, the one and it only added that much to the other because of the piece of property.
Christina,
Christina, active, one was active, one was inactive. Or one made inactive and added to the other.
yeah,
Bear Hero LLC was the dwelling on Knights Vista that was built last year and we had it, the siding wasn't complete, so now that's 100% complete. Shire was down on Cedarvale, we corrected the front deck. Radcliffe was replaced their front deck out
Yeah.
on Fifi Point. So Shyman La Vista is the new dwelling down at the end of Fifi
Fifi
Point.
Point.
But they're on here twice because we went last summer and added the foundation. And then if you go down to number 42, we added the rest of the building.
Oh, cause yeah, it's a lot.
So
more
we
complete.
visited them twice this year. That's why they're on here twice. Yeah, so that it added another 280,000. And
Wow.
we consider it 70% complete.
Quite a,
That's quite the property.
quite the property.
Um, Zabo, again, with Delcy Durham, number 20 and 21 was, she gave her daughter one of the pieces of property, so one became active and then subtracted from the other. Keyworth, again, with the boundary line adjustment, we removed the personal residence from the store, so one became out of one and into the other. Shaw, that was the finished garage down on Hibbard Point.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Farah, again, this was early last fall. I added water and sewer to their property. That's the new build off 98 Russell Lane. And then they have another, I don't think they're on here yet because we haven't finished it. But we visited them again and saw the interior.
All the interior
Yep.
been added, yeah.
Holly, again, was another combination combining the two parcels. Lark, that was another change, a camp to a dwelling. Estlin was the new, on the corner of Pocket Lane and US Route 2, where they added siding and addition and changed the decks and a storage shed.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Or was just a storage shed down on Farmhouse Lane. Hayes was the property on Butler Island that he
Oh.
came in and said it should be 1 acre, and we adjusted that.
Yeah.
Based on
Checked on the
historical,
deed,
yep,
yeah.
the deeds and everything, it should be 1 acre, and we had it listed for 2. Bevins, again, was changing a camp to a dwelling. That's on Lakeview Drive next to the boat access, fishing access.
Mhm.
Mayhew, Mayhew, we took that dwelling, was not at 100%, so we changed that.
That's one where I think I still need to
You said you needed pictures for.
go back and get the updated pictures, yeah.
Yep, Wallace, we had, that was a new build on North End Road East that is now finished. Mackenzie was a new build on Briarcliff. They just needed the showers last year when we visited in April, so we brought that to 100%. O'Hearn had a shed, a 12 by 24 shed that we added. Rooks, was down on Eastview Lane, and they added decks and steps to their camp. Weston is a new build. They replaced a mobile home with a 1-story dwelling. We still have to get inside and get room counts and fixture counts. That's one we still need an interior inspection on.
Mhm.
The Town of North Hero, that was taking the garage and fire station off the site. Phillips is that house on Lakeview that
Oh.
was deserted for so long that they're rehabbing. They took a garage down, they took all their decks down, and,
Place on the left.
yeah,
Yeah.
the white place, yeah,
Like,
yep.
done a lot of work in there.
Yeah, but that was a 5-bedroom home with 2 kitchens. It had all that stuff in it already, and he's just remodeling it. So that's the rest of that Shyman La Vista on a Fifi Point. Hutchins had a new deck for their hot tub.
Mhm.
Cross is the building on the left on Blockhouse Point Road that you go down. It's a new equipment shed. It's a big, huge lean-to that they're building.
Oh, yes.
Not sided. Jake's had a shed, 10 by 15 tool shed. Carrier at the end of Blockhouse Point, it's a new 1-story small garage. Wilbur added a 2-story garage and lean-to their property on 98 Heather Lane. Benoit added a screened-in porch and side steps to their dwelling down on Jigger House.
Jigger House.
Plouffe is another one we need to get inside. They replaced a camp with a 2-story dwelling. It's just a shell right now. But it's a big shell. It's a big two-story home.
Oh, is that on
The Holiday Point, yep. The North Hero Historical Society, we added back 50 foot of lake frontage based on their deed. Garcia,
Hmm.
they converted a front porch to an enclosed porch down on Savage Point. Posa Frederick added a shed down on Cedar Vale. Farm, that is a new garage, and then they added an addition on the side to it. So new garage was there last year. This was just
Just
an
the
addition
addition.
to the side, yep. Prugno, they had an addition to their deck down on Pilat's Point, and Gross, that had added a mudroom, a covered porch, open deck, and fire pit patio down on Pilat's Point.
So this is the net change.
That's the net changes, yeah.
400,000 to the
Yeah.
grand list.
So the way on this report, it's much more because they don't show the subtractions when you combine parcels. It just shows what one adds and not what one subtracts. So this number, if you look at the end of the change of appraisal report,
Yeah,
it's a much bigger difference because it doesn't show those numbers that get subtracted. That's why I started putting them in this column, so I could balance the two reports. So all of these numbers in this column are not reflected on this report. If that makes sense.
yeah.
You not get the colored version? I get the colored version. for
Yeah,
everybody.
you did. I just had,
Oh.
I remember I was looking at it home.
Oh,
Well, nope.
I did a colored version for everybody.
Yep. I'm pretty impressed that you remember where all those are. Why she drives. So what you're saying is that this shows, you know.
Yeah, that difference,
234,600.
yeah.
It is 400,000.
I think it is. I think because I've been trying to figure out a way to get these two things to balance so that this is how I make sure that, you know, what's changing on the grand list, I know and I can account for. So I don't find out that I'm missing a parcel or forgot to, you know, something like that. So it's how I reconcile every day. And then I brought these numbers over here to make it easier. So I think the difference is that does it come out to be about 34? Yeah, it's about 4. So that
Yeah.
is that number. Yeah.
Yeah,
And these are the changes that just don't get reflected on this change of
On that,
appraisal report.
that's actually pretty,
And there is another way to do it. I could go in and change in the grand list than like the previous values so that they do show up on this, but I think that would be more confusing to homeowners
yeah,
because they'd be getting two. So anyway,
yeah. Next on the list is homestead declaration.
they are up to date as I did it this morning. So everything that has come down from the state has been uploaded to our file.
And current use,
That I haven't done yet. Still outstanding.
that's that wonderful training that we just.
Yes, yes, yeah. And I just need like a day to sit and
Yeah, I can.
focus and
Totally understand.
do that. I may just come in on a Saturday and just sit and do it. Not interrupted and think about it. And then the calendar. We went through the training. I mean, we're on. April. We're doing we're doing homestead declarations. We are due current use, income taxes filing, income sensitivity. We don't do personal business property, so that's not an issue, so that's pretty much April.
Now, this says BLPT is gonna do a reappraisal training.
Important VLCT reappraisal training, watch for dates in April, June, and July.
I think there it is on that list, like April, I wanna say 21st. No, reappraisal.
I wonder why VLCT is doing one. Huh. I'll look that up and see and what it is. The other trainings that I've tried to attend for the reappraisal from PBR, it's just for towns going through a reappraisal, so they don't let anybody else just jump in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, so I'll see what the VLCT training is.
Okay. Effective property tax appeals of training in
In
May.
May, yep, that's coming up. Oh, that says April 20,
That says,
effective
that's a,
property tax, that's a VLCT training.
oh, that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's in person and hybrid.
Capitol Plaza.
That's the training that Corinne and I have talked about, them coming and how to do grievance hearings and tax appeals.
Do that
Yeah.
with all of us here. Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
State land and building values sent to the towns, that's in May. Veterans exemption deadline, utility electric inventory of plant to towns. Download homestead and current use. So I think we're up to date.
Yeah, I think we are. I'm gonna put that up on the, wall. Yeah. Bulletin board there. Okay. Get your calendar, changes in assessment, we've done. Future agenda building. Doesn't
So-
have the same things, well, we don't have those bills.
Right.
Other than that,
Yep,
and the date of our next meeting is May 4th,
May 4th at 10
10
a.m.
a.m. Unless we're going out to the islands.
Right, but that's not a meeting.
Are you thinking we should try to get out to the islands? April's pretty early, actually.
April's pretty early.
Maybe
but-
the weekend, maybe this Monday after this.
Oh, yeah,
I could ask,
yep. We have to see on weather too.
Walter, yeah, so depends on that.
Yeah, April's a little early.
I'll call Walt and find out when he's gonna be back. And see what we might do. Okay. If we have no other business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
I'll second.
Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we are done at 10:48.
Okay.
We have to be somewhere. at
We
11.
do. Site inspection at 11.